What's up, guys? Welcome back to my Turtle Lair. This Turtle Lair Collectibles YouTube. Second video. Pretty excited. Super excited actually, because it's new turtle day. We got new turtles. Haven't had new turtles in a while, so I'm super excited. We got Wingnut and Screwloose today from Super7. And I can't wait to check these out. We're going to compare it to the NECA. I know it's a little different. The NECA one isn't based off of the Playmates toy. I don't have the Playmates toy, or I would, use that one. But I don't have that right now. I don't really have any of the Playmates stuff, like the old Playmate stuff. So we're going to check this out. But I mean, come on, man. Super excited! Wingnut, Screwloose. We're gonna do this, and it's gonna be awesome. I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't know what it looks like. So we're gonna do all this together. I wanted to save it. First impressions, you know what I mean? Let's see what we got. Here. So, people have been. A couple people have reviewed this already. From what I've seen, and people are saying it's probably the best Super7 Ultimate so far. It's amazing. Mine already has 2 pieces of tape on the bottom for some weird reason, but what if? Let's see. Ooh, here he is. Let's do this first. Come on. Come on. There he is. Show you guys first. Looks awesome. Move that light out of here. I don't think we need all that right there. There we go. We're getting blinded by the lights here. Let me move those. Check that guy out. That is cool. I mean, it looks pretty good so far. Just in packaging, first impressions look pretty cool. He's pretty gnarly, man. He's big. I mean, he's much bigger than the NECA version. So let's crack it open and take a look here. Let's see what we're dealing with. So let me know, man. Are you guys getting this? Are you excited about these? Are you still doing the Super7 turtles? You still doing Super7? You know, I see a lot of people saying, I'll wait till they're on clearance. I'll get them in a couple months for $12 or $2 or whatever, right? I have a problem, man. I need it now. Not only that, I want to support the line and I want it to keep going. I don't want it to stop. You know, this whole, like, I'll get it on clearance thing is cool until they go out of business. And then everybody's complaining that there's no turtles or G.I. Joes or whatever you like from Super7, you know? So think about that when you're waiting for clearance. Let's see what we got here. I got the other guys too, but this is the one I want to start with. We got Scumbug. And we got Slam Dunk and Don too, so we're going to get to those. Look out for those videos as well. They'll be coming. Alright. Okay, so far one twisty tie. Is that one twisty tie? Is that it? One twisty tie, looks like. So that I'm cool with. Okay. He's got a neck brace. He's got like a little plastic neck brace. Must have hurt himself. It's like a dog cone. Don't lick your stitches. Come on. There we go. Alright. Oh, I unplugged this cape. There it is. Cool. Wow. Okay. Alright, so first impressions, he's pretty solid, I'll give you that. He's a big boy. He's got his utility belt, his Wingnut belt. He's got handcuffs. Dude's got dynamite on his belt. He's got rope, wrenches, pouches, you name it. A walkie-talkie, a flashlight, like an old school flashlight. My man is ready. He's got big giant feet. Look at the size of his feet. Look at that. It's as long as my finger. I wear large to XL gloves. And this dude, his whole foot is as big as my finger. That's crazy. I mean, the head sculpt is awesome. I like that they put a wash all over him. Like, that's really neat. So he did come out looking really good. He's got a nice black wash all over his, like the brown parts of his skin. They came out looking really good. Let's see if we can get some more light over here. There you go. Let's see if that brightens it up. That is killer. Let's see if I can turn that down. Here we go. Nice. Right? He's got a little tail on the back. The cape is really nice. Looks like it's wired. It's got a like bendy wire on each side, so that is always cool. We don't get a lot of that. We'll go over articulation in a minute. Let me get out his body here and all of his accessories. Let's see what else we got. Here's an alternate head. Usually the alternate head is an open mouth. This time it's more of a closed mouth. The open mouth is more on the one in package. Woo! Bat. Okay. Okay. Getting all of our accessories here. So yeah, I'm really digging the turtles from Super7. Obviously, I love everything that NECA's doing, but it's nice to have some options when it comes to turtles. When NECA's not making stuff, you can pick up some Super7 and vice versa, you know? And they're not the same. They're obviously based off of the old toys from the 80s and 90s. NECA stuff is cartoon and comic, so they're not really competing with each other in a sense. I mean, I guess they are because it's Ninja Turtles, but I mean, there's room for everybody, you know? Especially in my collection anyway. Hopefully you guys feel the same way. The more the merrier, you know? Take all the NECA, Super7, anybody else, turtles I can get. So here's our little dude here, little Screwloose. He's pretty cool. I am a little bummed. I will say that he has like no articulation from the waist down. He's basically just like a little statue from here down. Nothing at the waist at all. So his wings move. He's got some articulation at the wings. They kind of swivel. That's about it. They don't hinge. They just swivel. His tail has a swivel. Right? It can go 360. The arms, I thought they would be more articulated as well. Only at the shoulders. That's it. Swivel, hinge. Nothing at the hands, nothing at the elbows. That's it. And then his head. His head's on a ball peg. So, he looks great. I just wish he had more articulation. We'll compare him to the NECA version in a little bit, which they gave theirs a lot more articulation. Now, the sculpt on this guy looks awesome. He would have been awesome with a bunch of articulation, but then again, I feel like I say that and I'm going to put him on a shelf, and that's where he's going to sit. So, at least he looks good, you know? The paint looks great. He's looking killer. Alright, and we got a bunch of accessories here. We got to get to the accessories here. We got hands. So it looks like old Wingnut here comes with 6 hands total. So you got 2 fists on him. Things out here. Woo! Little gas grenades, Wingnut grenades. There you go. Get the old Wingnut grenades out, you know? Can't have enough Wingnut grenades. You get 4 of these. Check these guys out. Let's see if we can get it to focus there. There it is. Wingnut grenades. It has a hole on that side. I'm guessing that plugs into something. What do you plug into, dude? There's a hole there, but there's nothing there. There's loops on his belt. Looks like they can go into his belt. So we can kind of, yep. That's weird. Interesting. So they have holes in them. And the backside looks like peg holes, right? But they don't have a place to peg into unless I just don't see it yet. But they do fit right into his little belt. There's two straps there. So I'm wondering what that's about. Curious. Curious. Alright, let's get his wings on. So the wings look great. Check those out. He got his mechanical wings and then his deformed little bat wings. These are really neat. Oh, they do. Okay, cool. So this is one thing NECA didn't do with theirs. The mechanical part comes off. Check that out. So you can have them displayed with just like the little mutated wings that he can't fly with. That's cool. And they did the wash on these again. So these look awesome. They look really good. Nice black wash on the brown. Really cool. Now let's see how easy they are to put back together. See if we can do this here. It looks like they just peg right in. They do. Where does it peg into, though, is the question. Here's the peg hole, man. Where's the peg hole, man? There it is. There it is. Look at that. Easy. Easy peasy. Right? Come on. And then they just peg right into his back, underneath of his cape here. Ooh, here we go. Hope I don't have to heat this. Let's find out. Come on, big guy. Oh, there we go. Nice and easy. They go in really well. They're nice and secure. That's awesome. They don't feel loose. They're a little tight, not too tight, so that's good. That's what you want. You want that peg nice and snug so they hold their weight. Ooh, and I just popped it out. I plugged it in and then popped it out. Because the joint's real stiff here. Can't get that hinge moving here. So there's a hinge right here, obviously, which makes his wings fold in and out. And I am probably going to have to heat that because it does not want to bend. Oh yeah, buddy. Okay. So here we go too. Now I'm popping the wings apart as I'm trying to plug them in, so keep an eye on that. You don't want to pop your wings apart. Let's see if I can get it to crack free here. There we go. There we go. Little bit of force, nothing crazy, and he is winged up. And then if you look here again, it did come out. So the peg came out. Ah! Avalanche of boxes! Alright, so the peg came out of his wing, and we just plug it back in. There we go. So, cool. Man, he looks awesome. Not gonna lie, this is super good. Wow. Okay. Here he is, in all of his wingnutty glory, right? Here's that alternate head I was talking about. He's got like the serious, like, I'm not Batman face, you know? And let's see what he's got for articulation, right? So let's check that out. So he's got a single jointed elbow, and it goes right about there. About 90-ish, right? And then he has the shoulder. That goes all the way up. Shoulder's great. I mean, that's good right there. Obviously, it rotates all the way around. You have your hands at the bottom. They rotate. And then they have the hinge. Hinge is great. He's got real pointy, like, brass knuckles on his hands here, and they're sharp, man. They're pointy. they're stabby. And then he's got his utility belt here. If you lift that up, he's got a little bit of a beer belly. And then he has a waist crunch there. So let's see how much we can get him to crunch here. Not a whole lot. I mean, it's kind of like a little bit of back and forth. That's about it. And there's like a weird gap there. Gap. When you try to use it. But I'm sure you won't notice it. His head is really, really good. I mean, he can look up pretty good. He can look down pretty good. Probably better if I move his utility belt out of the way. Oh yeah, all the way down. And then he's got like the side to side. Give him a little like, what? What did you just say? And that's awesome. And then the legs come out. I mean, we can do splits here. We got wingnut butt, wingnut front. Look at that. I mean, that's full-on splits. Down, looks like a single jointed knee. About 90. And then we get down to those gigantic feet. So I'm guessing they're not going to hinge back because there's like a little toe claw on the back here, and they're basically touching each other. So he's got no hinge back, but he does look like he has a ton forward. He could fold his feet up to his knee for whatever reason you'd like, but that's not bad. And there's a nice little click there. And then we have our rocker, which is great. The cape is awesome. There's little holes in the back of the cape. So cool. So cool. They did a good job, I'm not going to lie. Super7 is, they're stepping their game up. I know a lot of people were upset about some figures that came out, quality, QC issues, weren't up to par, especially for the price. Now I paid, this guy was like 75 bucks, which is, this is getting crazy, man. The prices are getting nuts. But what are you going to do? You got to have your figures, right? So this one, I got to say, he's a little loose, like in his legs, but I wouldn't say that that's anything major at all. Arms are great, nice and tight. Head's great, wings are good, nice and tight. So I don't really see any QC issues here. Paint's good. I mean, I'm not going to complain about a little bit of looseness in a ball joint here. I mean, it's a little tiny bit. You could barely notice it. I think he'll be okay. I have some stuff anyway you could put on there, stiffen up the joints a little bit. But compared to the first couple waves, this is a huge improvement. So, good job. Okay. Let's see, what other kind of accessories do we got here? Let's see if I can get this guy to stand right there real fast. Alright, let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Alright, so here's his hands, right? So he's got two fists, and then he has like an open hand, right? That's the right hand. Then we have a left, same thing, right? Then we have a right trigger hand. Yep. And then we have the left. You got to have the pointing hand, you know? He's like, hey, I'm talking to you. You right there. And you can put the gun in his trigger hand here. Get that going. Boom. Fits in there perfectly. So there's a hole here in the gun. The gun is really cool. It's got a W on it, right? There's the W, and it's got the wingnut head on the front. Now again, this has a hole on the side. So there has to be a peg somewhere that I'm not seeing. Because this has a hole in it, the cans have a hole in it, but there's also a hole in the front, and that's for you to put these in. So you have like the grappling hook. So it looks like he's shooting the grappling hook. Or you could put the pasta strainer / antenna in there. One or the other. They look great. They look really cool, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, nice silver paint. They look really, really good. I'm just trying to understand why these have peg holes in them. But I don't see a peg hole in the figure. I probably look like an idiot. You know? What do you want, guys? I'm trying to figure this out. I'm new. Come on, cut me some slack. I know you're sitting there yelling at me like, hey, you're an idiot. You're so dumb. That goes here, stupid. Hey, relax with the name calling, okay? Jeez. All right. I didn't say either, but he has like an 80s brick phone strapped to his wrist. Awesome. It's so funny. And it looks like a keypad or something on the other side. And he's got like his keypad, and then he's got his brick phone. And then we'll bring in over here, we got the NECA version. Okay, so here's the NECA. Now this is way more cartoon stylized, obviously. It's got the two-tone paint. It is literally like it's been pulled from the cartoon. That's the best thing about NECA. They rip the cartoon right off the screen and put it in your hand. So looking at him, next to him, there's a huge difference there. The size is crazy, the sculpt, everything. But they both did a really amazing job. I'm not gonna lie, Super7, for what this is, you guys killed it. You killed it. And then NECA, same thing. I mean, that looks like it's from the cartoon. So there's room in my collection for both, and I'm gonna love both. So if you have both, good for you. If you don't, get them. Get a hold of them. Get yourself some Wingnut. You need Wingnut in your life. 2 Wingnuts is better than 1 Wingnut, you know? Really cool. Check that out. All right. And then we'll compare some Screwlooses. So the Screwlooses are very different as well. So you can see here, you got the Super7 version here and the NECA version here. Now the NECA version has way more articulation. He's got elbows and hands, knees, ankles, everything. His tail swivels. The wings hinge. Just like this one swivels, these hinge. His head's articulated. I will say the win here is definitely the articulation. The design on this one is much crazier. This guy looks like he's much wackier than this guy. You know, like if these two dudes were coming at you, this one's much scarier looking to me. So it's up to you. Whatever you like. Or both. You know, like me, I like both. I couldn't pick a favorite. So they can both hang out together. They can be long lost brothers. So that's it for Wingnut and Screwloose Super7. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know down below. Do you like the videos? Should I keep doing them like this? Do you want me to change it up? I like sitting here. You got the collection behind me. You get to see what's going on. But if you like just seeing just the figure, let me know. Give me some feedback. I'm trying to figure this all out, okay? And, yeah. Thank you, guys. I will see you next time. Stay tuned for some pics. Thanks for joining me in my turtle lair.